Namaste and welcome to Wisdom with Grace Yoga. My name is Sophie, and here on this channel I am the Manifesting Yogini. The practice I have for you today is part of my YouTube series, The Impact of Yoga. Today's vinyasa flow is inspired by the niyama tapas, which literally translates as heat or to burn, and is commonly understood as transformative effort or discipline. Because this is a manifestation channel, we're focusing on the byproducts or the outcomes of practice. In the Yoga Sutras, Patanjali teaches that one possible outcome of sustained yogic practice is the emergence of siddhis, or extraordinary abilities or occult powers. A modern translation of siddhi is perfection, or accomplishment, or mastery. However, in the context of classical Indian philosophy, the term is also used to describe extraordinary or even supernatural abilities that may arise through abhyasa, or advanced disciplined practice. In my own experience, after more than 20 years of practicing yoga, that latter meaning has felt more relatable. I certainly haven't reached any sort of complete mastery or perfection in the sense of conventional worldly excellence or achievement, but I have had experiences that I can only describe as moments of supernatural or synchronistic perfection. But you don't have to witness the supernatural to understand the effects of feeling powerless. Feeling powerless can lead to fear, anger, and desperation. When people believe they have no agency or no healthy way to create change, they may lash out at themselves, others, or the world around them. While not everyone who feels powerless becomes violent, a deep sense of helplessness can contribute to harmful thoughts and behaviors. It's one of the reasons I theme this channel on manifestation. The heat of tapas is not simply physical warmth. It is the inner fire of disciplined practice that burns away old habits, identities, distractions, and limitations. Most of us come to yoga seeking transformation, yet transformation is not about becoming someone else. It is about removing the obstacles and conditioning that limit the fullness of who we already are. Through tapas, we gently confront our limitations and cultivate the disciplined action needed to move beyond them. In doing so, we create the transformation we seek while moving towards yoga's highest aim, freedom from suffering and realization of our true selves. I'd like to offer a personal intention for today's practice as well. If our yoga journey ever brings extraordinary experiences, insights, or supernatural abilities, may we remain grounded, mentally well, and guided by wisdom. So when you are ready, put on any music that supports your practice, gather any props you'd like to use, and let's begin. Arrive in a comfortable seat for chanting of Ohms. Hands can be anywhere you like. You can bring them heart center, palms up or down, whichever feels best in your body today. Taking a breath in. Continue to breathe normally in and out through the nose. Just checking in with the body, noticing here, holding any unnecessary tension through the shoulders, through the jaw. See where you can let go and relax. And then moving into a child's pose. Bring the knees wide apart, the toes to touch. Sit the hips towards the heels and reach the palms forward. Forehead comes to the mat or something. And taking a moment here to set the intention, and I have an affirmation to offer for practice today. 3 affirmations, and you can either pick one that resonates or all 3, whichever you like. The first affirmation is, I am safe in my power. I am safe in my power. The second affirmation is, what I want and what I need matters. What I want and what I need matters. And the third affirmation is, I am capable of anything. I am capable of anything. Reaching the hands a little farther forward, inviting some length through the sides of the waist. Inhale, lift the torso up just slightly, walking the hands over to the right. Pressing back through the left hip, perhaps placing the left palm atop the right. Inhale, the torso returns back to center, inviting some length once again. Inhale, lifting just part way, walking the hands over to the left. And again, perhaps placing the right hand atop the left. Finding a nice side bend through the right side of the body. Maybe you feel this more in the shoulder joint, or you feel these postures in different places. Returning back to center. Walk the hands a little farther forward. Grip the mat with your fingertips, rooting through all 10 knuckles of the palms, and tuck your toes under, lift the hips, and fold into down dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Any movement that feels lovely here in your down dog, maybe pedaling out the feet, saying yes or no with the head, or inviting some relative stillness. And then gently placing the knees back down to the earth, moving through cat-cows, hands underneath the shoulders, and the belly drops, the gaze lifts. And exhale, tucking the chin under, tucking the tailbone under, rounding through the spine. Beginning Ujjayi breathing. That's in and out through the nose with a constriction on the back of the throat. This breath helps us to regulate the breath with the movement. It also invites some heat through the body. So exhale, round. Inhale, tilt. Exhale. And noticing here, does that breath begin to enliven the movement a little bit more? And one more round. When finding stillness here in our tabletop position, drag the hands towards the knees. So we're not actually moving the knees and hands, just energetically dragging them. And notice how that begins to warm up through the core muscles. And from here, we're just going to shift the shoulders past the wrist and then return back. And let's do that. We're going to move the shoulders towards the left. So towards the left pinky, the right thumb, and then back to center. And then we're just going to move through each finger. So we're now middle finger, first finger, in that motion. And then right back to center again. Shift forward. Feel that feeling and keep pressing the arms straight, pressing the hands into the earth. Find a little bit of separation through the shoulder blades as the heart lifts towards the sky. And then returning back to center. We'll do a wrist stretch here, walking the hands in towards the knees. Bend the elbows as much as possible. The palms of the hands will lift up off the ground, and the fingers stay down. The thumb and the fingers stay down. Keep bending the elbows. And then release the hands down. Return the hands back to the mat. Tuck your toes under, lift the hips and fold into another down dog. Walk your hands towards the feet. Toes are together. Bend the knees deeply and bring the knees wide apart and folding in between the legs. Maybe find the heels of the feet with the hands. And release. Knees come together into this balance here. Hands at heart center. And then release the hands and curl up into a little ball. And see if you can straighten the legs to the point where you can maintain the torso to thigh connection. So if that means your knees are bent, then stay bent. If you can, straighten the legs and straighten the legs. And from here, you may invite a sway, grabbing opposite elbows, swaying back and forth, side to side. And if you have the elbows, release the elbows, press through the feet, and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, rolling all the way up to standing, and then switch, just turn yourself around so now you're facing the front side of the mat. Bring the toes to touch if they're not already. Heels are slightly apart. Reach fingertips overhead. Pointer fingers together in a Kali Mudra. Inhale, lifting through the sides of the waist, lengthening the ears away from the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, side bend over to the right. And notice if squeezing the glutes helps here. Inhale, back to center, lengthen, and exhale over to the left. Inhale, back to center, and sit the hips down into a Utkatasana chair. Interlace the hands behind the back. Exhale, fold forward over the legs, chest to thighs, and maybe the arms can come up overhead, keeping the palms together. Release the hands if you have them. Hands to shins, to blocks, or to thighs. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back. Nice, big, long step back into a low crescent lunge. The right knee is directly over the right ankle. Lifting high onto the ball of the back foot. Placing the left hand to the inside of the right foot, extending the right arm up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, release both hands to the inside of the right foot. Turn all 10 toes facing the long edge of the mat into a wide-legged Prasarita forward fold. And any expression of the arms here is perfectly okay. Walk your hands to the center of the mat, lift just halfway. And then walk your hands to the left foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Palakasana plank, shoulders back directly over the wrist. And again, let's find that tilt forward. So shift forward onto the toes, shoulders past wrist. And do that a few times in your plank. You can drop your knees if that's more convenient. And then exhale, press the hips back into down dog. Lift high onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, shifting forward into your plank. And again, shift forward over the wrist. Option to drop the knees. Elbows hug into the sides of the waist. As you lower on down slowly to the mat, tops of the feet press into the earth, lifting the knees up off the floor. Squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, dragging the hands towards the feet to Bhujangasana Cobra, lifting the torso up off the floor. And we're not pressing into the hands at all. We should just be able to lift the hands right up off the floor. Exhale, come down, tucking the back toes under, lifting up onto hands and knees once again. Lifting the knees up off the floor and pressing the hips back into down dog. Bring toes to touch. Inhale, reach the right foot, three-legged dog. Exhale, send knee to nose and shift the shoulders over the wrist. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right tricep, shifting the shoulders forward. Exhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left wrist. And right back into a three-legged dog. Exhale, drop the right knee to the center of the mat. Right hand in line with the right knee. Extend the left arm up overhead into this modified side plank. From here, find your balance, lifting the left foot up off the floor. Press the heel away. You can stay here, bend through the left knee. Find the big toe side of the left foot. And then kick the foot into the hand. Release the foot if you have the bind. Step the left foot to the front of the mat into an Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Reach fingertips forward. Thumbs facing up. Exhale, left hand back, right hand forward, twisting to the right. Left hand comes forward, arms reach overhead. Exhale, elbows come down. Heart lifts towards the ceiling. Inhale, hands reach up overhead. Release the hands to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe the left toes out. Tuck the back toes under and step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, swinging the hips through between the feet for Malasana Yogi Squat. Hopefully the heels are to the floor. If not, that's common and the times we're in. So if you need to roll up a blanket or roll up the mat, front of the mat's a nice easy way to give your heels a place to rest. Release the hands, tuck the chin under, and lift the hips. Heel toe the feet in into a forward fold. Press through the feet. Inhale, rise with a flat back, hands through to heart center, and by your side, another confident Tadasana mountain pose. So a little bit of wisdom, we don't gain confidence before the action. We do the action and then we get confident at it later. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead, toes together. Kali Mudra, inhale. Exhale, side bend over to one side or the other. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend over to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Sit the hips down into your Utkatasana chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, or traditional fingertips right by the toe tips or to thighs. Exhale, step the right foot back. Nice big long step down the mat. Keep the right knee directly over the left ankle into our runner's lunge, crescent lunge. Placing the right hand to the inside of the right foot, left hand reaches towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, turning all 10 toes, facing the long edge of the mat, wide-legged forward fold. Imagine dragging the feet in towards each other, feeling the inner thighs begin to fire up here. Walking hands to the right foot, step the right foot back to meet the left. Plank, shifting forward, option to drop the knees, lowering down halfway or all the way. Inhale, arching up to your favorite back bend. Cobra, up dog, cat-cow is available. Exhale, pressing up and back, down dog. From down dog, lift high onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees deeply, and lengthen the hips away from the hands. Release the heels back down in line with the middle toes, and the left leg lifts, three-legged dog. And again, press the heel away. Keep that action. Pressing the heel away. Inhale. Exhale, bend through the left knee, draw knee to nose, shift shoulders forward. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, gently place the left knee to the center of the mat. Pivot the right toes facing the long edge of the mat into this modified, I don't know if it's a half table or side plank, whichever you like to call it. I'll start calling it half table. Table cut in half. Inhale, exhale, float the right leg up off the floor, press the right heel away, bend through the right knee, and find that bind if you did on the other side. Kicking the right foot into the hand. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot through to the front of the mat. Turn the left toes behind the left knee. You can even peek behind, make sure that's where they are. And inhale, rising up to Anjaneyasana. From your Anjaneyasana, imagine that left hip point is lifting up as you shift the hips forward. Reach the fingertips forward. Inhale, exhale, right hand draws back into a twist. Inhale, right hand returns back to center. Reach palms up overhead. Exhale, elbows draw down, heart towards the ceiling. Maybe shift the hips a little farther forward. Exhale, hands to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe that right foot out. Tuck the back toes under and step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Malasana Yogi Squat. Release the hands, tuck the chin, lift the hips, and heel toe the feet in. Press through the feet. Inhale, rise with a flat back. Hands through to heart center. And by your side to Tadasana Mountain Pose. Checking in again if you're holding any unnecessary tension. See where you can let go through the jaw, through the shoulders. Toes together, reach palms up overhead. Kali Mudra. Inhale, exhale over to the side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the other side. Inhale, back to center and into Utkatasana, chair pose. Bring hands through to heart center, twisting to the right. Notice if your hips move. Try to keep your hips squeezing towards the midline as you exhale. Bring the left elbow to either knee. Press the thumb towards the heart center. And returning back to center, twisting to the other side. And again, the thumb comes towards the heart. And then back to center, exhale, fold forward over the legs. Big long step with the left foot. Preparing for a crescent lunge, right knee over the right ankle. Reach fingertips back behind you and rise up to your crescent lunge. Hands reach overhead. Exhale, elbows draw down. And then rotate the left heel down right through to warrior two. Right knee over the right ankle, straighten through the left leg, gazing over the right fingertips. Flip the right palm up, reach right fingertips forward, up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, softly placing the right elbow atop the left thigh, sweep left arm up overhead or to the sky. And using our core strength, coming back through to the center, turn all 10 toes forward, bring palms to heart center, flip the palms up, and reach them towards the sky. Turn the left toes out right into warrior two onto the other side. Flip the left palm up, reach left fingertips forward, up and back, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. And core strength brings you right back to warrior two. Windmill the hands left, then right. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And moving through your vinyasa plank, lowering down halfway or all the way. Inhale, arching up. Exhale, pressing up and back. Into down dog. From down dog, inhale, reach the right foot, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw knee to nose, shift the shoulders forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw knee to right tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw knee to left tricep. Extend the right leg. Come to the pinky toe edge of the right foot and the sole of the left. So maybe we can find fallen star here, lifting the hips. And then exhale, slowly lower the hips to the earth. Now we're seated. Bend the left knee, crossing the right knee over the left into Gomukhasana. So the right knee is now stacked over the left leg. You can also straighten out the bottom leg if that feels wiser in your body. Inhale, reach fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, twist. We're going to come into half moon from here. So twisting just slightly forward, reach the right hand forward of the right foot and press through the right foot. Peel the left leg open into half crescent moon. Exhale, bring left foot to meet right. We're now in a forward fold, coming to the front of the mat. Press through the feet. Inhale, rise with a flat back. Hands through to heart center. And by your side to Dasana mountain pose. Inhale, reaching fingertips up towards the sky. One more Kali Mudra. Inhale, exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Back to center. And your favorite pose, Utkatasana, chair pose. Hands through to heart center, twisting to the right. Inhale, center, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back into your crescent lunge. Inhale, rising on up. Exhale, elbows draw down, heart lifts. And right into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten through the front leg. Heel to arch alignment or heel to heel. And into our Trikonasana triangle pose. If you're hearing that, that's a very loud cicada right now. Extend the left arm forward. Welcome to August in Maine. Right hand reaches towards the sky. The cicadas are very vocal. Flip the right palm back behind you, thumb facing down. Reach that left hand forward, palm facing up. And inhale, rise up to 5-pointed star. Bring the hands through to heart center. Interlace the palms. Reach the palms up overhead. Turn the right toes out. And exhale, release the hands. We're preparing for triangle on this side. Reach right hand forward. And just release it down. Extend the left arm up overhead. Perhaps gazing towards the thumb if that feels wise in your neck. Flip the left palm back behind your back, thumb facing up, finding the right hip. Reaching the right hand up forward, palm facing up. Like you're scooping sand, come up to standing. Soften through the right knee and windmill the hands right then left. Stepping the left foot back to meet the right. And vinyasa, one final vinyasa. Lowering down, arching up. Exhale, pressing up and back. Down dog. Toes connect. Inhale, reach the left foot, 3-legged dog. Exhale, shift the shoulders forwards, knee to nose. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Shift the shoulders forward, knee to left tricep. 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right tricep and extend the left leg. Come to the big pinky toe side of the right foot. into this fallen star. Lift the hips towards the sky. And then exhale, slowly lower the hips down. We're crossing the left knee over the right. You can bend through both knees for Gomukhasana, or straighten the bottom leg. Inhale, reach fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, returning back to center. Reach the left hand in front of the left foot into unfolding into our crescent moon, Ardha Chandrasana. And tight is light here, so really press the heel away or point through the toes, but keep that right lifted leg tight. And then release the right foot to meet the left. Come to the front of the mat into our forward fold. Lifting the heels up, bend to the knees, and tuck yourself down into a toe stand. You can stay right here, or if you like to play with crow pose, bringing the knees right atop the triceps. And again, we're shifting forward on the wrist. The balance here in a crow pose. Keep the gaze lifted. Turning back into our big toe stance. And just come to a seat from here. Bring the hand back behind you. Bring the soles of the feet together, the knees out wide. And inviting some cool down here as we fold forward. If this bothers your low back, you can walk the hips back a little. We're not forcing anything. One more breath here. And slowly coming back to standing. Excuse me, not standing, back to seated. Extend the legs forward. Soles of the feet to the mat, knees are bent. Reach the fingertips forward and lower down slowly to the mat. To reclined. Reach the arms up overhead. Find a full body stretch. And then bring the soles of the feet to the mat, close to the hips. And you can keep the arms overhead, thumbs hooked together, if that feels wise here. Lifting the hips up towards the sky for a bridge. And then exhale, float the hands by your side and slowly lower down the hips one vertebrae at a time. Draw both knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Extend the left leg long down the mat and cross the right ankle not atop the right knee, but to the left of the right knee. So we're snuggling that ankle joint into the knee. And from here, place the left hand atop the right knee. You may need to lift the foot a little bit to reach it. And then twisting from here. So this kind of gets into the IT band, perhaps. Maybe you feel this in different places. I feel it in my IT band. Inhale. Exhale, walk the sole, bring the knee back to center, and keep the right ankle crossed over the left knee as you walk the left sole of the foot to the mat. Press the right shin away into a reclined pigeon, drawing both knees into the chest. If it's available to you to clasp the hands to the hamstring, go right ahead. Inhale. Exhale, place the left sole of the foot to the earth. And listen carefully here. We're going to rock both knees to the left. So the right foot is crossed and both knees are coming to the left. So now the right sole of the foot is nearing the floor or touching the floor. And you can stay right here. You can add a bit of a stretch, a different sensation by placing the left hand to the inner thigh of the right leg and pressing the leg away. And now place the hand to the outside of the right leg, drawing the knee in. So we're in this pretty deep twist. If you need to stack the knees atop of each other to make this a little easier, go ahead. Try to keep both shoulders planted to the earth, though. Drawing both knees back to center, place both soles of the feet to the mat. Reach arms overhead once again, and just lift up into a bridge pose once again. Exhale, hands float down, hips float down, and crossing the left ankle atop the right knee and extend the right leg out long. So now the right sole of the foot is just crossed over the left leg, and find the knee with the right hand and twisting it to the right. And release the hand. You have the knee, and walk the right sole of the foot back to the mat. The left ankle still atop the right thigh as you press the left shin away, preparing for reclined pigeon or reclined figure four, as it sometimes is called. Finding the hamstring if that feels necessary here in your body. Releasing the right sole of the foot to the mat. Rocking both knees over to the right. Placing the right hand to this inside of the left thigh, to the inner thigh, and press the knee away. Try to keep both shoulders planted here. You can extend the left arm. And now into the twist. Draw the right knee down and place the right hand atop the right knee. You can bring the right leg underneath the left knee to stack the knees if this is too deep for you. Otherwise, you can stay right here. Exhale, release. Bring both knees back to center. Bring both knees into the chest. For one last final hug. If there's any other postures or movements you need to get out of practice, now is your time. And when you're ready, preparing for Shavasana, extending the legs, arms by your side. And this is where I will leave you until next time. If you would like a guided Shavasana, you can head on over to the description box. I have a link to a meditation playlist there. Otherwise, you can stay right here. Please stay for 10-15 minutes to process and integrate the practice today. And I will leave you with the affirmations that we started with class. I am safe in my power. What I want and what I need matters. And I am capable of anything. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, namaste.